E twak ma kawuono wadwa lose gik moko ariyo ma related. Mokwongo wadwa wacho ni Kisihomi tiyo nade. Chien kanyo nyicha wacho ni Kisihomi en ang'o. Nwase golo twak manyiso ni Kisihomi en ang'o. To sani kawuono wadwa wacho ni Kisihomi dwa tiyo nade. Watiyo gi model miluongo ni triple D. Yani D nyadidek. Matiende ni dongruok dala ka dala. Triple D. So kiwinjo triple D tiwacho ni dongruok dala ka dala. Manyiso ni Kisihomi dwa chako development one household or one homestead at a time. So Triple D encourages Jo Kisihomi members to focus on improving the livelihoods of the members of their families first. Charity begins at home. So I'm getting one gi culture mar konyo. Samoro nyalo yudo joma konyo ng'ama oko kapok okonyo family ne meot. Yani nyithindi ok dhi school, nyithindi thagre to ng'ato machielo ma ok timo ne shopping. Kapo ni nyithindi o deserve ni ok gitim shopping kecho gidwa somo, gidwa timo ang'o githeko. Mano is justifiable. But there are times when you want recognition outside molo inside. But we also recognize ni samoro family bi konyo tek. Samoro konyo wede tek makata fadhali konyo jaoko. Nikech samoro kikonyo jaoko, tiwinjo peace, you more blessing than even the family. So it is a give and take. Iwacho ni icha ogweno, icha ogwang. So we are saying ni improve the livelihood of members of your family, and then while holding also the village, members in your neighborhood and the village at the same time. But only if they are helpable. I'm not one that advocates ni brokonyo members of your family, members of your extended family githuon. Ikonyo gi when they are konyorable. Kuna wengine sio konyorable. And when they are not konyorable and God has put it in your heart ni mondi konyo ngato. Konyo whoever is in need. Don't always focus ni nyaka konyo gi nyithinda gi nyathi owadwa gi nyathi nyamera gi wuod nera gi wuod waya gangono. Mago kony, but also remember sometimes just hold the hand of somebody you don't know. Somebody that is just in need, somebody that you just say, this is my nyathi Nyasaye. The Triple D model manyiso dongruok dala ka dala also is calling on us to shed off mondo wagol kido gi timbe gi paro gango, all the attitudes and the cultures and the practices and reasons sababu mora mora ma ose thirowa momiyo pok wadongo e yo mwadwan wadongi, momiyo pok wadongo as homes, as villages, as wards, as locations, as counties, as a region. What is it that is keeping us down? And we need to we need to confront. If, for example, 5 households in your village you improve, and that improvement can be of any nature. It can be improvement in nyithindo dhi e college. It can be improvement in nyithindo korok bare school. It can be improvement ni kelo stima e kor gweng' dala uto ng'ato kelo pi, to ng'ato tero nyathine e school, to ng'ato o make sure ni nyithinde are immunized. Mago duto dongruok. So dongruok comes in so many different ways because the problem is that we think of dongruok ni ng'ane onyiewo mtoka, ng'ane ogero ot, ng'ane okelo stima gi pi. But ka nyathini ingima mano dongruok. Ka nyathini dhi school osomo mano dongruok. Ka nyathini is making use of their expertise to timo something that is improving their lives mano dongruok. So we want to think about dongruok in the big context of whatever it is that improves our livelihood. We are talking about Triple D, dongruok dala ka dala, that you develop your home, you develop your household. And as you develop your household, konyango be nitie gima timre, kowuor be gimoro timre, kodhiambo be gimoro timre, kanyagembe gimoro timre, kanyaimbo be gimoro timre, kanya karachuonyo, kata nyao yugis, nyako yugi be gimoro timre. Together you do that in the different village, the different homesteads. In village achiel, mano village no dongo. That village is growing. The village does not only grow, nikech koro kel factory marnia. That is good. But the village is growing because individual households are growing. And and that together is growing the village. And villages are 6 in a ward. In let's say a sublocation, the next is sublocation. And 4 of the villages in the sublocation, it may grow. That sublocation has grown. 6 of the sub-locations in a location has grown. That location has grown, and so on to the ward, to the sub-county, and the county. So there is the growth that would start at the county level. For example, Ogerno fish processing plant, Masego, seriously. That is growth at maybe even the county level, and can even be the regional level. Maybe Jomoko Olowacho Nikoro Wadwa Gold mi gola baramachini. Can we support the people who are there, Mondo, wakete in a commercial manner? That is growth at the sub-county level, or ward level, or county level. But there's also growth that is coming from beneath. So that if the growth that comes from above, from the county, from the national, the county, and so on, comes down, and we have growth from the household level, and gijo dalana, and ginyithinda, and gijoda, abenda chako grow from beneath, then we are going to meet somewhere. And therefore, we are talking about Dongruok Dala Kadala, which means that development one household at a time, and as they develop, the village develops, the sub-location develops, the location develops, the ward develops, the sub-county develops, the county develops, and the entire Kisihomi region develops. And that's how we are going to look at this as we develop starting down and also development starting up, so that each person will play their role. So Kisihomi, what do I implement now? Remember Chinka Nyocha Wasegolo podcast mawacho what Kisihomi is, and what do I implement the plan now? Mokuongo, the first thing madwa wacho kapoka wacho some of the proposed, and I'm saying proposed implementation plan. And we have those members who are registered, because you have to register for us to know that you are interested in what we are doing. And then anybody who is serious enough need to change a speed mardong land. We are asking you to contribute 50 shillings a month. As an individual, that 50 shillings malong other than Yodumba Bula. But as a group, when we come together in the large numbers, that 50 shillings can actually even develop a milk processing plant in a county or a sub-county. That 50,000 can actually do some of the things that we are talking about. For example, Udwa Hospital. For example, Udwa Revive, let's say, a health facility, or Udwa Revive Gimoro. That 50 shillings, if it comes from the majority of us, it will do the things that we are talking about that you cannot do individually if you're one person. Because as one person, what do? You have your 50 bob. Together, and it forms something. And so, we are also going to get ideas from members. For you to be a member and you are paid 50 bob, you have joined our WhatsApp group, or whichever group that we already have a WhatsApp group. We'll put you in the WhatsApp group, Kisa join as a member, and we want to get your views. Not every view nyakawakao, but we want to get views so that this is consultative. This is where we I'm not the one who knows everything that needs to be done. I may know only 1%. 99% are known by other people out there, but Pogi Yudo Forum, Maginya Lugole Oko, so that they can be implemented. And people have great ideas. And we want to see whether we can pick some of these great ideas and actualize them, make them work, apply them. And we are not applying them as Kisihomi. We are applying them that you form a group of that to implement that excellent idea. And Kisihomi will just help to monitor, to make sure that you are doing what you said you would do. You are transparent. There is no fraud. There is nothing, because we don't want the name of Kisihomi to be dragged down the mud. And so the first thing that we want to do is what is called asset mapping. Asset mapping, what do we at village level? In every village that will participate. One gi nyithind wadhi school, one go hospital, one gi football page, one ga ora ma okwatigo malong kata watigo malong. Wadwangi yonito mwandu mage ma wan go, land ma wan go, and how we are utilizing them. So we'll do that. Is called asset mapping. And kaka waloso sani wase or application nikech kidwa timo gimoro mondo iyud information miluongo ni data. To permission through the normal government system. So wase apply, wase permission from Maseno University Ethics Committee, Basa application nokoro wa oro Nairobi kamiluongo ni the NACOSI kata National Council for Science, Technology and Innovation. They also have to give us permit. And the reason why this is important to us, inyalo bire koro when teacher could teach, and then the only thing you can do is count how many people you met and you trained. You're not going to talk about the impact of what we are doing. At Kisihomi, we want to go to the next level. What do I mean? We don't just report the number of groups we are working with. We don't just report the number of people who have registered. We don't just report the number of we report the impact of our work. And to report the impact of our work, nyaka waka what is known as baseline. Baseline is where we are going around and find out what is it that is going on now, kapo Kisihomi chakre. And then Kisihomi se chakre, every year we'll find out the progress that we have made, and we are going to talk to people and share that progress with all Joluo wherever they are, whether they are here or in the diaspora. So what do I conduct asset mapping in the villages? And the villages, Mobro Connect, there must be at least 5 people that are actively registered, because we want to go where there are people that we can work with. Okanyal woka, tadi kanyamkago, tadi a village moro, tachako. Adwani mondo, they are already jo kanyamkago that have bought into the vision of Kisihomi, that we are going to assign the task so that they can do that asset mapping at Gwengi. Nobody can do asset mapping at Gwengu better than you can do it at Gwengu. And that's what we want to do. So we are going to do that. We are waiting for final approval from NACOSI that we expect this month or before mid of next month, and then we shall start to see where are people registered. Villages mage, people are registered, we have at least 5 people registered that are active members, and then we reach out to them, and together we are going to do this asset mapping in their village, and that's how the villages are going to start. Then, as that is going on, we are also mapping, and that has already started, existing groups. We are not going to work with individual groups because there are way too many. We are going to work with umbrella groups. Like, for example, there's a group here in Gemiluongo Nyikecha and 71 groups. It is like a CBO that is overseeing 71 groups. So we are working at the CBO level, because that is the level that if we train the leaders, then those leaders will go and train all the other members of all the other groups, that the leaders of the groups are under them. And so the groups we are mapping now are men or women or youth or professional, skill-based, whatever it is that has brought you together as a group. And we are looking at their interest areas. We are carrying out what is called Organizational Capacity Assessment, or OCA. This OCA will tell us where the gaps are, especially gaps in governance, where, for example, in NGO, in CBO, to in chairman, to jaodiet secretary, to nyathini marariyo kata maduong' treasurer, gini undo mane oduka. Koro pesa duto une mo make decisions e oduka. Signatories mag bank en na une oduka. The other people then, koro chal na jotiju. So we want to discuss with people, how do you form CBOs, and how do you bring groups together, and how do you have basic good governance? For example, in terms of leadership, how to make sure that leadership is representative of the group that is in there, rather than in one family that probably happens to be mar maybe what MCA, kata what chief, kata what headmaster, kata what ngato marmajatel. We want to make sure that if you're forming a group, there is representation at governance level, at leadership level. We want to make sure that they are registered. We want to make sure that they have a bank account. We want to make sure that we then tell them which opportunities are there that they can apply and get either training, or if there are any goodies, because a lot of, one of the main reasons, Grubewa are not benefiting from what the others are doing. We don't have a lot of interest, but most importantly, we don't have a governance structure that can be trusted, even for a loan or for any. My group but it is not registered. They don't have a bank account. They don't have anything, and therefore you're looking for any help. You are passed by. You are passed by because you don't have that. How can we build the groups that are already existing? We know that there are many out there, so we don't want to pretend like Kisihomi will form groups. We are going to support the formation where none exist, or where few exist and they're viable. But we want to support those that exist to make sure that they reach a point that they can also benefit from what other Kenyan groups are benefiting from, because we're missing out on that. The other thing that we are doing in terms of our implementation plan is to map in-house expertise. And when I say in-house, I mean expertise that are eyanyola. Because as we all know, onge gimwakia, wasomo, you get lawyers, you get teachers, you get nurses, you get engineers, you get name them. We have them. So we have expertise. Yogedo, Yutwengo, Yoango, one expertise. So how can we pull this expertise together and prepare an inventory? Makidwaro lawyer. So you just go to our website, Kisihomi website, click on lawyers, it will give you the lawyers, they will have their profile, lawyers mojo inwa, they will have their profile, and you can reach out to them and have them engage them. We are not going to be the jawangyo, or what we better jawangyo. They want more link to the lawyer. What be available, it is you to reach out, it is you to talk to them, it is you to negotiate with them. And koseti yuni, what were your feedback? Mondi me star beach or star ngwen or a deck or a ray or a chiel. To obende, what were the mondo me your feedback about you? Because wabesa moro wa engage people to kwadwa chulo. Koseti yuni to kore ki yombo gipesa. Koseti yuni kore ka iloko namba simu. So, in both sides. So what were the mondo rate ngat muti yuni, tibede mondo, ngat muti yuni no bendo rate in terms of ichudo koso kichudi. Are you supporting or you're not supporting? Because this is a two-way traffic. Makao kitimo your part, or the other person can't do their part. But the rating is important because kakorongato de dwaro, let's say contractors. To click on contractors a Kisihomi website. To contractors ge okiyero idwangiyo ni rating enango. Ka rating marjo museti contractor no seti unigi gina 1. Then you're going to say that why should I engage a contractor most score na 20%, Jomoko score 80. So that rating is important, ni mondirete ukweli, so that the next person can see ningani timoma ber. Kizuri chajioza, and that may help us to change our attitude. A lot of us have had really nasty experience with Jokma, why engage niti uti unito we teach news, ise chule, anan koda manowe ya nyaka gi jolwedo obete dala na nyaka sangwenu tieno kota mrea fundi manoke logito no se disappear mose near on his way to Nairobi. So I had to sort them out. You know, come out na se chulo, or where we order kachuer, just replace the entire roof, every single thing. And so if I was to rate that one, I wish there would be no star. I would rate that person no star, leave alone 1 star. But I have one Manolos on other grills in my house, wonderful job, responsive, and so on. You give me a rating, abro me a 5. And so the next person, Makoro Dwaro ja grill, a welder, will see 5-4, 5-4, 5-4 ata kuchoose, nangamanigi 1 tucha ata mchoose. That may help us to be more competitive outside in the world. The other thing that we want to do, and we're going to put all those on our website, is that we want to ask the groups that have been formed that want to work with us, or the ones that will facilitate the formation, to set achievable and incremental goals. Like, Adwani by this time, wase beddi, dala kadala, wase nyo, let's say as a group, wase nyo tinga. Kichtingi di mati yonu akonite, o iri jolango. So adwa nyo tinga. And then, koro kachopka, wase yuro pesa mucho deposit. Kachopka, wase sulo kama. So you set what is called incremental goals, and then you track your achievement. And then, we want to form online market. We have actually formed that. There's just a few final touches that we are doing, so that if you have goods that you want to sell, if you have services, if you want to professional services, for example, me, I'm a lawyer, I'm a plumber, I'm a what, you bring it, we put it up there, you sell your services, and we are going to direct people to that, that traffic. Madhya website, wamondo gigeni joluo mage ma offer which services, and they look at your rating, as I have said, and then they make a selection. So I'm urging Those of us who want to sell their services and goods, visit our marketplace and then call our number to find out how you can market your goods. But remember, we are going to assess how well you treat the people that you're working for, and you who is being worked for, so to speak, we are going to assess the way you treat the funde. Okni lalgi pesa gikagi to funde be kiklalgi pesa waka kwa sechulogi. The other thing, what to the jogo mochako dongruok mopogre to form groups and societies. Gimamiyo jomoko dongo, and we know that. Wawach ni obed katobed na wainde katobedo ria katobedo kuje katobed jokisi katobed jolango. Give form groups. They don't work on their own. You can't do things mysterious as an individual. They form societies, they form groups in their villages, in their locations, in their wards, in their counties, as friends, as relatives, whoever, but they form groups. Because there's power in the group. And so we are going to the Jomadwa form groups, whatever interest area. Udwa chako loso barbed wire. In Kendika, Tegomboni Yud Yomoko. We are going to announce so that other people who are also equally interested can join you, and then you can form the group and move forward. I've talked about collecting expertise of people and putting on the website. We are also going to collect and put on our website local and international employment opportunities and scholarship opportunities, because a lot of Jowa don't see these opportunities kamagintie. But what we know, Niwabe Jowa are many times too lazy to even apply. Inyalo lurigi ng'ato niya bendi say apply ni an gino be ang'e ni kata da apply ok bikawa gino da an ing'e say apply so many times, and what I tell myself, there is somebody somewhere employed to disqualify me. I'm not going to make their work easy by not applying. I will apply, let them disqualify me. And so, our people rarely apply for these opportunities. They don't want the headache, money kore kodwandiko, kore kwa also CV, kia kotimango. And yet, that is our other young people, especially young people are succeeding out here. We don't apply. As I shared, so many opportunities, not even one single person applying. Oh, this one, how legitimate how legitimate is this? How sure are you? It's like form is on the website, for God's sake, their website, they don't even want to go to the website and start searching. And you know, the US or the Canada or the Australia or the Finland, there are people who are trying, and by the time they apply 7, 8 times before they got it, but they never give up. One will give up before we start. We are not even giving up after the first failure. We are giving up before we start. So how are we going? So we're going to share that, and then for those who are interested to apply, we'll support them, but at a small fee. And remember, when you apply, don't think that you must get that job. Kinda eteko, kata kinda echiemo. And then, what do I chako tiegorawere mondo tim gibilugoni CNA? CNA is Certified Nursing Assistant. What is going on now that I know, nitie CNA opportunities in the US and other places. And so if you're trained on CNA, after Form 4, as long as you pass Form 4, we are going to train, but we're not going to train for free, because this is not us training. We are going to partner with a hospital. We are going to offer the training, and we are encouraging you, if you do a konyo, pick somebody and take them for training so that they can train as CNA. They don't have to get jobs outside the country, but they can also get jobs. They can get jobs around here to be like helping at the hospital bedsides and so on. So we are starting that training by mid next year. We've already started collecting the information about the curriculum and so on. And so we'll announce once we start that. And the other is that in terms of implementation plan, we are going to form a secretariat. We have not formed that because registration is going on. We haven't reached where we think that now we have good representation that we can draw from, but we are going to form a secretariat that will support registered members make this application. So that you can try, we will work with you to try to reach out. But until we get sufficient funds, I think, as I've said before, we are not going to look funds from donors. We are not going to look for funds from donors or from outside. The funds must come from us, and that is the 50 shillings per month. We'll form an oversight committee to support members in the diaspora to invest back home. We have members in the diaspora who have very reliable, trusted friends, family, but we also have those who have, their hands have been beaten. Wang dingeng, kagi yoro pesa ni mondo obed gitim go development to samori nyisi od ngato no ko geri ni ko nyew ni lo ko timango samori yoro ka ngato gero to Mario dong. So we've had lots and lots of stories. So we are going to have an oversight committee that will support members, the Luo members money out, the diaspora who do not have anybody to trust to invest back home. We are not telling you, send us the money. No. We are telling you, go to our website, identify a contractor. Go to the website of Kisihomi and identify probably a land agent. Get on the website and check. So look at those services that are being marketed. Then select yours. Select Ngamiduaro. Our role will be to now do due diligence on your behalf at a small fee, of course, a very small fee of the people who feel. How genuine is this agent? How legitimate is this agent? How legitimate is this contractor? What are people saying? We can, at the normal price my government charge, help you to do due diligence and find for you, has this thing been go up to the green card, the original green card, find out nito loan even then low makare and low maonge issues. So that is the role that we are going to play. We are also going to form a committee to organize annual inter-county progress updates. We are going to give you updates as annual, whether you are a member of Kisihomi or not. We are going to give you updates on where did we start off, and the updates will be village by village all the way to county by county, and we are going to have friendly competition so that when we are competing about membership. We compete about membership ni county mane majog gi register more, so that the more you register, the easier it will be for your county to move forward with your development agenda. And when we are having these annual meetings, it's going to bring Luo together, and we are going to have traditional dances, Ramogi, Dodo, Nyatiti, Ohangla, and so on, so that we have, a reflection on our culture that is positive, as well as progress on where we have reached, and also challenges and lessons learned and best practices. And this will start in December 2024, God willing, and we are going to do it every December after that. Right now, we are still setting up. We are also going to start what is called the Youth Innovation Fund. We know that young people have a lot of innovation and they don't have an outlet. Gionge, gi forum, gionge sometimes gi mentorship. So we are going to start a Youth Innovation Fund that either will run semi-annually at the beginning and then quarterly once now. We are more stable. And their role will be to pitch an innovation for the region or for their county or for their ward or whatever. Pitch an innovation that is good, that the judges, that we are going to have judges in that area, will say that this is good and it has potential to be successful. And then if we have more members, then Kisihomi can fund. If you don't have members, because members Emabro contribute the 50 bob we'll put together, then we are going to look for people that can investors, in-house investors or other investors. For example, I'm thinking about Kano. Kano nigi one problem, which is a solution to also another problem. Koth kachue, pay ginene ohula out kaka ginene tamogi. Chienkari endo rieny ma piny barre, and yet pimo ayiro hula ni can be a solution to chieng marieny no. Somebody who can come up with how to bring the two together, which should have been husband and wife, so that they complement each other. You see how to control ohulani, store ohulani, so that you can use it during dry season. So those are the kind of innovations that we are looking for. And then we are going to also collect best practices and interventions so that we can share across the board. Already we have identified some really interesting ones. We are going to do that, one of them, in the next 2 to 4 weeks. We are going to do 4. There is 2 in Migori, 1 in Uriri, 1 in Nyabisawa. We have 1 in Homa Bay, Kabondo. We have 1 in Siaya, in Game. We have 1 that I just heard of in Alego, and so on. We have 1 in Mamboleo. So we have really good examples, and we are saying that we may sit here thinking like, oh, only gimaber madimbele among the lowland. That is not true. That's why the mapping is going to help us to identify those things that are happening that the others can learn from and know that kama nyalo timre ugenya to kata mnathurwa karachuonyo mabe nyalo timre forward. So agodu mnaero kamano gimadwa wacho ni let's register if you truly and genuinely wish to be part of Wagerre kendwa kaka Joluo, wish to see that Joluo odongo, then please join Joluo moko, join us by contributing 50 bob mondo waran go our business. Ibro mi kaka inyalo chiwo pesa no kaka inyalo donjo. Kise donjo wabro tudre kodi mondo wadhi mbele. Erokamano.